There's this moment we've all had. You're lying in bed, phone in hand, scrolling. There's a girl doing her skincare routine under perfect lighting. A guy analysing a conspiracy theory. Someone crying about their breakup. Another showing off their brand new car. A couple filming their candid morning routine. And a stranger dancing in a public place. It's non-stop. Post after post. Voice after voice. Everyone putting their lives on display. One person's explaining their trauma while curling their eyelashes. Another's filming their toddler's meltdown like it's a nature documentary. It's part talent show, part confessional booth, part chaos. At some point, you can't help but wonder, what are we all doing? Why are we sharing so much of ourselves with people we don't even know? It looks like entertainment, but sometimes it feels more like a cry for help in 1080p. It's like the internet became a talent show, a group therapy circle, a digital diary, a stage with no off switch, and we're all performing, hoping someone, somewhere, is watching. We want to be seen, not just watched, seen. We want to be known. We want to matter. We don't always say it out loud, but it drives so much of what we do. That's why someone can get 10,000 likes and still feel invisible. That's why people burn out after building a following. That's why, even in a crowd, even online, we can still feel alone. Social media didn't create that ache, but it sure knows how to exploit it. We curate our lives into posts. We confess our trauma in reels. We build entire identities. Funny, wise, vulnerable, attractive, and then hold our breath. Do they like me? Was I relatable enough? Do I matter now? It's all orbiting the same quiet question. Am I enough? And when we don't feel like we are, we numb ourselves. With content, with distraction, with noise. Because silence is where the ache gets loudest. And here's the thing. If you take God out of the picture, this ache doesn't go away. It just becomes harder to explain. In a godless universe, meaning is something you have to invent. Value has to be earned. You are the sum of your output, your branding, your visibility, which means if you stop performing, you might stop mattering. That's a brutal weight to carry, because deep down, we're all still hoping someone will say, you don't have to prove anything, you already matter. But if life is just atoms and instinct, who's saying that? Who's watching? Not long ago, I flew back to the UK to be with my parents. My mum was very ill, and her death was somehow both unexpected and expected at the same time. We were hoping and praying, but deep down we knew, and then she was gone. There's no real preparing for that kind of loss, no manual for how time suddenly stops when someone you love slips out of it. And it wasn't the first time I'd felt that. Just a few years earlier, I'd lost my younger brother. Another goodbye I wasn't ready for. Another hole in the family photo that can never be filled. After Mum's funeral, my dad and I drove to the small village where he grew up. We visited the graveyard where generations of our family were buried. His parents, his grandparents, his siblings. I walked slowly through the rows, reading names, touching old stones. Some were so weathered you could barely read them anymore. And that's when it hit me. With just a few more decades, no one will remember. No one alive will remember their faces, their voices, the things they did, even the ones who meant everything to someone, all slowly fading from memory. And I realized the same thing will happen to me, to my dad, to all of us, eventually forgotten. And for a moment, it all felt unbearably empty. If that's all there is, if it all ends in silence, what's the point of being seen at all? And here's what I've come to realize. That ache, the one that wants to be remembered, to be seen, to matter, it didn't feel like weakness. It felt like a signal. a quiet inner alarm going off in a noisy world. Like something in us knows we are made for more than this short, fragile life. And it's not just about us. It's about the people we loved and lost, the ones whose names are fading from gravestones, the ones we carry in our memories, their voices, their laughter, their stories. We don't just want our lives to matter. We want theirs to matter too. We want the love they gave, the impact they made, to mean something more than just a moment in time. C.S. Lewis once wrote, "If I find in myself a desire which no experience in this world can satisfy, the most probable explanation is that I was made for another world." Maybe the ache to be seen and the ache for them to be remembered aren't flaws. Maybe they're homing beacons, whispers from the one who made us and holds every name, every life, every memory, even the ones the world forgets. The Bible doesn't shame this desire. It explains it. "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Even the hairs on your head are numbered. You were made to be seen, not by millions of strangers refreshing their feed, but by the one who truly knows you. The one who sees your thoughts when no camera is rolling. The one who sees you holding it together in the dark. The one who sees the pain you don't post, the loneliness behind the laughter, the ache you try to hide under filters and captions. And he doesn't scroll past. He doesn't look away. That's the kind of seeing we're really after. Not metrics, not virality, not 15 seconds of attention. Love. Real love. Deep love. Unshakable love. So the next time you catch yourself reaching for it, to post, to perform, to compare, pause. Ask yourself, am I looking for attention, or am I longing to be known? Because the ache inside you isn't asking for more followers. It's asking for home. You weren't made to be a brand. You were made to be known by the one who saw you first. God.